How's it going, guys? This is Holly with Grindworx, and today we are talking about the best-selling spring-assisted knives at Grindworx. So first off, we have the Kershaw Leek. No surprise that there are some Kershaw spring-assisted knives on this table. This one goes for about $45 on the site right now. It's got a total length of 7 inches and a 3-inch blade. That is a 14C28N Wharncliffe blade with a hollow grind and a bead blast finish. It's got a 410 stainless steel frame lock handle. It's about 3 ounces, so pretty lightweight, and it has both flipper and thumb stud openers. It also has a 2-way reversible pocket clip, so you can have it tip down as it is right now or tip up. It also has this handy little safety feature down at the bottom here, and I love that because it's very unobtrusive looking at the face of the knife this way. You know, it doesn't clutter it up at all, but if you want to keep that from opening, you just slide that little guy right there and she is locked tight. So I personally love the Kershaw Leek. I love how slim it is. It's very sleek. I love the blade shape, makes it very slicey. Do some detailed work with that very fine tip. I love that the flipper doesn't stick out very far, but it takes very little pressure at all to deploy the blade. I'm not great at thumb studs, so I am unlikely to use it to open a spring-assisted knife, but that's also pretty easy for me to use. Next up, we have the Remington R51. This guy is on sale for $10. So it's no wonder that this is a popular one. The overall length is 7.75 inches. It's got a 3 1/4 blade. That's 440 steel and a drop point style with a hollow grind and a black finish. It has an aluminum handle with a liner lock. It's 4.37 ounces. And as you saw, it has a thumb stud opener. And this is a tip down deep carry style pocket clip, and it also has a lanyard hole back there. I gotta be honest, I'm not so much a fan of this one. I mean, it feels just fine in hand, and it clearly has a fantastic price. But the size and the shape just don't really suit me. I find it a little bit more difficult to open because it doesn't have the flipper option. I mean, I'm able to get it open just fine, but it did take me a little bit to figure out just the right angle and amount of pressure that the thumb stud needed to open most effectively. And I also find that, you know, the jimping, they've got the tiniest little thumb ramp right there and some jimping back here, and I just find that those don't really serve any practical purpose for me. But as far as budget goes, I mean, it's snappy, it's affordable. If you're looking for something to just get the job done, you can't do much better than that. Next up, we have this one from Smith & Wesson. It's the 108 4300. It's also on sale for $12 right now, and I think it may be discontinued. It has an overall length of 8 1/4 inches, so this is a much bigger knife. It's got a 3.625 inch blade. They're calling that a clip point with a flat grind and a gray finish. This is an aluminum handle with what to me feels like G10 inserts or inlays, and it is a liner lock. It's 5.56 ounces, so a little heftier thumb stud opener and a tip down carry pocket clip. This is still, you know, a bit big and heavy for me, and again, a little difficult to open, but I do prefer this to the Remington. Despite the fact that it's bigger, it feels better in hand to me. It's got a much better grip with that G10 material, and I really like the open construction with the barrel spacers in the back. This will be pretty easy to keep clean and maintain. I do wish that there was a little bit more finesse to the liner lock. The edges are a little bit sharp, and it's not terribly comfortable to disengage, but not awful either. And at 12 bucks, you know, can't complain much. Next up, we have the Kershaw Almar AM5. This one is going for $23.99 on the site right now. Again, this is also on sale, and this one is also discontinued, so it won't last much longer. It has a total length of 7.5 inches with a 3 1/4 inch blade. This is HCR 13 MOV in a drop point style with a flat grind and a black finish. That is a G10 handle with a stainless steel frame lock on the reverse side. It is 3.65 ounces, so a little more lightweight than the previous two. And as you saw, it has a flipper opener and a tip-up deep carry style pocket clip. What I like about this one is that the ergos are absolutely great. It reminds me a little bit of the Kalashnikov with those very generous finger grooves. So it locks into your hand really well. The G10 is beautiful. It might be a little bit slippery for me, but again, I think the finger grooves kind of make up for that. I did find the flipper design to be a little tricky for me to open. The frame lock is something to get used to. Getting your thumb in there with that finger groove is a little bit tricky, but I think it's just something to get used to. But overall, a very cool design and a really popular one on the website. Lastly, we have this assisted knife from Elite Tactical. This is the A1010. It is $15.50 on the site right now. Second biggest one here on the table with a total length of 8.125 inches. That is a 3.375 inch blade, drop point, hollow grind, and this really cool dark sort of black stonewash finish. I'm a huge fan of stonewash, so I get really excited anytime I get to look at a stonewash blade. This has G10 handle scales over stainless steel liners. It's 4.61 ounces, so a little heftier, but for some reason it doesn't feel terribly heavy in the hand. As you saw, it has both flipper and thumb stud openers, which makes it a little easier for people like me who struggle a little bit with thumb studs. And it has a deep carry style tip down pocket clip, as well as a lanyard hole. I really like the overall design and look of this knife. The G10 is grippy, but still feels pretty nice on your hands. The flipper is much easier to use than some other ones I've seen out there. It is too big. I could not see myself carrying something this size, but it is quite comfortable, and if you need a heavy-duty knife to tackle some big jobs, you've got plenty of steel there to work with. So I feel like this is a really good option if you want a spring-assisted work knife. Definitely check this one out. Now, if I had to choose my favorite, I mean, it's gotta be the Leek, no contest. It's so slim and lightweight, and the action is so good. Lightning fast, really slicey blade. I really can't say enough about this one. If this Smith & Wesson wasn't so big, I think I might actually go for this one as well. I really like the design, and I especially like the G10 in the handles to give it that extra grip. I just wish it was, again, a little smaller and a little snappier. And now it's your turn. So what are your thoughts on spring-assisted knives? Do you carry one? If you do, drop your favorite spring-assisted knife in the comments below, and I'd love to hear what you think about these guys on the table. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when a new video drops. There will be links to each of these knives in the description below, and you can always hop on grindworx.com to see our huge selection of spring-assisted knives there. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. See you next time.